Hi there, I'm Ryan. That's me with the red hair. I'm a musician in Canada, and I have until August 1st to make music my full-time job-ish, or I'm going back to school. Am I living up to my promise? Do I still believe in the premise? Here's what this week looked like. This is week 42, which any Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fans will know is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, as determined by the supercomputer Deep Thought. My own reasons for doing this haven't required much deep thought. It just feels like the thing I'm supposed to do, while I'm on this planet, as this life form. So anyway, here I am rehearsing with my friend Jason Ogden's band. Our first shows are coming up this weekend, opening a reunion tour of sorts for old friends John Epworth and the Improvements. John's from around here, but he's been living in BC for the last dozen or so years. But he's getting the old band back together, and we're opening for them in Fredericton, New Brunswick and Sackville, New Brunswick, which is a hometown show for John and his bass player Shane. So if you've been watching this space, you've seen us work on this set since last summer. We recently added lead guitarist Sean Boyer. Here he is mugging for the camera. He just noticed the camera. Thanks, Sean. He is the brother of our drummer Dan Boyer. He'll tell you he's not really a lead guitarist, but then I'm not really a bass player. Anyway, this is Monday night. After the rehearsal, I ran into my friend Tyson. He's a visual artist. He showed me his studio and some fabric samples from the drapery shop where he works during the day. I just thought they looked cool and wanted to grab some video.
I was catching the metallic glint in the embroidery.
These are
That's
so
dope.
Cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. Wow. Tyson Ardo, do you want to make a cameo?
Word, man. welcome.
Thank you.
All right, here's the rest of the week. Thanks for being here. In case you missed it a few weeks ago, I did start back at my old job in a different role on a part-time basis. We had something like a court case this day. You don't really need to know about it, but maybe these thoughts apply to your situation.
We don't know if we won or lost, or what a win or loss even is in this case. And I kind of decided a few weeks ago that wasn't really the best way to look at it. It wasn't the most useful or healthy way to look at it. So we are celebrating having done something difficult and having persevered and having given it our best shot. Certainly not a perfect effort.
All right, this one's on me.
No reason to dwell on it. We got work to do. We got shows this weekend. But first,
St. Andrews by the Sea, just past the sign. How are you? We're just driving into St. Andrews. Got a show here tonight at the St. Andrews Brewing Company. It's 6:23 p.m. I start at 7. This is tighter than I like to run these things, but I was teaching piano until 5. You can now hear Now's the Time by Charlie Parker as performed by Jay Clayton and this trio. I don't know if that's her on piano, bass, drums. Jay Clayton, of course, whom I met as a student at the Creative Music Workshop in Halifax, Nova Scotia, under the direction of Jerry Granelli. Jay Clayton was one of the faculty members there, one of the teachers, and she had these vocal exercises, and she would burn you a CD. If you brought her in a CD, she would burn it. And you could take them with you. So I brought her a CD, and she made me one. I ripped it onto my computer. This is a couple of computers ago, I guess, or at least one computer ago. My current one does not have a CD player. And I was doing my vocal warm-ups. So I think we're pretty close. I can see the Algonquin Hotel, the famous Algonquin Hotel. And the brewing company's right on the water, from what I understand. Where's Salty Towers? That's near here too. Well, I see a sign with a beer mug on it and an arrow pointing this way, so I'm gonna follow it. And we'll see what happens. Oh, there's another beer sign. We're looking for 201 Water Street. That's where the brewery is. Man, so it's definitely not tourist season yet here in St. Andrews. Pretty gray day. It's a pretty little town, even on this gray evening, but pretty quiet. So I was looking for like a wholesale price, and that item has been discontinued by the manufacturer. They told me they buy dead stock. So I was like, well, how much you got? Maybe I'll buy all of it. 900 units. They have 900 units. I did not need to or want to buy 900 units of those notebooks, but it's nice to know they still will theoretically be available for a while. Okay, I'm here. We're gonna go in. Hi. I went in to the venue to check about loading in, and my phone's just been sitting here on the steering wheel with the camera turned on the whole time. Want to see what the place looks like? So here we are. There's the St. Andrews Brewing Company in the background. Here is the restaurant I'm parked in front of. There is the ocean. Some people do whale watching here. There are whale decorations on the patio. And I just learned customs. So if you didn't know, St. Andrews is pretty close to the US border, although the crossing now here is in St. Stephen. My friend Sean is a border guard in St. Stephen. Check it out. Brought it this time. And the Sunnyside Uppers group I'm happy to be a part of, be leading the musical charge, so to speak. So we are going to engage in a little bit of it's a suspension of disbelief. It's a suspension of disbelief. The world in St. Andrews is kind of a nice place to be, but you know, we can imagine it's sunny, we can imagine it's a little bit warmer. We can imagine we have no problems. We can imagine we have more money. We can imagine that it's the morning time. I know it's not the morning, but it's a nice one to open with. Good morning to you. I hope you're feeling better, baby. Thinking of me while you if it's my chord, I got another one. It's this chord. I, like David Brent, don't need a PA, but it's nice to have one. It's a lot you can't do anything about. Here's the song about when that happens. And I guess I would add to that, there is a lot that you can't do anything about, but you often have some control over your own reaction. It's important to remember that. Even if that control is just sitting with it sometimes. Don't suspect it, but it's too late. I'm now familiar, there's no escape. Is there some underlying effort I should make to fix my mistake? Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. If wrong is wrong, why am I still standing here? I just wanna disappear. Will this ever go away? Evidently not today. We have any Rolling Stones fans here? Anybody know the names of the members? I have a t-shirt someone made me that says, I'm our favorite drummer now that Charlie's dead. Guess I'll take the compliment. I was saying to Mike earlier, I came up as a drummer, but you can't gig on your own as a drummer, can you? If I was sitting here with a drum kit by myself, would any of you still be in the room? I'm glad you're here.
So this is a 2-hour gig. It's 2 sets, and I'm not sure if I have 2 hours worth of original music, but this is where all the cover tunes that I learned in my years of doing open mics and farmers markets and what we call acoustic wallpaper gigs really come in handy, because I got a bunch of songs in my back pocket. As you've seen, I haven't really been rehearsing for this show, but I got a bunch I can just bust out, like this one.
I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too, or Thursday. I don't care about you, it's Friday, I'm in love. One of those songs with a tricky form, kind of like Mr. Jones by the Counting Crows, where everybody kind of knows it. If you try to do a sing-along, it gets a little weird. I don't know if you can tell, it's been a minute since I've played it. But anyway, like the shirt says, say yikes and move on. I was on my way. Oh, that was yesterday. You say I lost the plot, but you took it from me. Why? All I want is you to let me down. Nothing's wrong. Oh no. Can't expect you to understand anything on your own. Hey, thank you. In case it wasn't clear, songs about the little ego boost we get from getting our jabs in. I really think that a big part of the reason those spaces can be so toxic, if that's maybe an overused word, but it's because you can't see the other person. You don't know what they meant, and then you also can't see it land. So you cook up your perfect little burn, and then you just send it out there. And then I don't know if anybody else has been through this. You know, it takes a lot to get me to react, and then I do, and then I'm like, you know, I really give them a piece of my mind, and then I'm afraid to check it. The next day, I don't want to go back on there. This is a song about how, you know, like I was saying earlier, arguing with people on the internet is really a waste of your time and energy. So, I propose you do something better. I propose that instead of arguing, you just block them. Just block them. Unfollow, mute, live in a bubble. Now I know I said no more mistakes on stage. This one is very sensitive to tempo, a little bit too fast, which that was. I did it that way the other night. It'll just ruin it. One thing to make a mistake, it's another thing to decide that mistake was really what you meant to do and no one should ever know, and you should never have to admit that you made that mistake, and you just white knuckle it. Better clean up, better clean up, it's time to clean up, 'cause you're in a state. It's time to clean up, better clean up, it's time to clean up. You're in a state. When there's nothing left, when you're dying breath, don't be circumspect. Hey, another one of those surprise endings. Well, that was a great time. Can you see in the background, St. Andrews Brewing Company. Hope to be back.
It's too much. That is too much.
I don't disagree, but it's time to switch gears again. We got other things to worry about. Like getting our set ready for Friday. Oh yeah, and this.
I did it. I just finished submitting my application form for Music NB. What time is it? I got it in just before the deadline. I think the deadline was 11:59. It being midnight means I've officially missed the boat on my Spin Doctors joke for social media because it was April 30th. They have that song that goes, "Oh, what time is it? 4:30. It's the 4th month and the 30th day. It's not late. No. It's just early.
This is trumpet one. We didn't use trumpet one. We didn't have a horn section. Look at all of these. So you remember me practicing the drum part.
Yeah. Maybe shake.
So Sean, who joined us on guitar, and his brother Dan, who plays drums in the band, used to have a punk band called Reagan's Ray Guns. Jason decided we should cover one of their songs. This is their song, Suzuki Swift, tricky bass line. All right, as you may be realizing, I just tried to record everything I played all week. I don't know how much of that you actually need in a YouTube video. But at least now you know our set is varied because we are musicians of taste and sophistication. But we can still rock!
There he is. Actually, you know what? That you are already in one of these. Oh. Yeah. Grand Theft Buses. I saw you guys play out there.
Here it is. This is from the video I posted on September 21st, 2025. Check out his moves. That's him on the left. All right, enough daydreaming. Let's get back to this week. Here they are, folks. Not to be outdone by us, John also had a drummer and his brother on stage. This is drummer Mike's brother Matt from the band they used to play in together called Ermine. They used to play a lot of shows with John. This must have been a new one. I didn't know it. And this is a classic from their album Wet on Wet. Last song on the record, last song of the night.
Oh God. Well, Colin, what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Saturday morning, I took the kids to the Violet Festival here in St. John.
Pockets of beauty all over this world.
Then we hit the road again.
Thunder and Lightning, RIP. Snack shop now. And Mel's Tea Room is now, oh, chicken. Hey, there it is. Saturday. We are at Ducky's. Let's go in. I'm just making a little video of me walking into the bar.
Oh, well, I've screwed up now.
This is Shane.
Hello.
Hi, Shane.
Hi, Zicky.
So, okay, this is what the video that Shane ruined. Here's our band. Here's the bar. Here's the stage. There's Jay. Hi, Jay. Oh yeah, and I guess I should have captured this moment. So we got here and I was the only one not wearing dark jeans. So I went to the Salvation Army thrift store next door and I bought some and now I'm wearing them.
Quite a while, it's done. I just gotta put everything out. There's only 2 tunes from that tonight. Or coming out.
So hot.
Called Last Day of the Record.
Well, that was fun. But you know what I got planned for next week? Nothing. What am I going to do?